Hello, I'm Landon Pitts, and this is the Pre-Algebra course, and today we are talking equations and inequalities. So, if you're new here, I'm Landon Pitts. I'm a sophomore in the US, and I have a passion for teaching math. So, let's get to it. We have testing solutions to equations. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Select all the equations where m equals 4 is a solution. So what do? We have to plug in 4 for every single value of m. So that's what we're doing. We just plug in 4 for m. So like 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. So what this means is that 13 equals 9 plus m. We just replace m with 4 because that's what's equal to. Is this correct? Yeah, it is. So A is correct. And then we have 7 minus m is 3, so just plug in 4 equals 3. Is this correct? Yep, so that means B is correct. And then 15 equals 11m. Now, if we talked about in my last video that m, so that is multiplication. So 15 equals 11m, so you can just do times 4. Now, 11 times 4 is 44, good. And then is 15 equal to 44? No, so it's not C. So we cross out C, and now we have 5 equals m plus 2, so 4 plus 2. Is this correct? No, because 4 plus 2 is 6, so it's not this either. So E is our answer because 20 divided by 4 is 5. So the answers here are A, B, and E. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the answer explanation. Here's the video. You can ask me for help in the comments. And happy studying. And we got 7. Let's do a little rapid fire. Let's use some common sense. What value of k makes 5 minus k plus 12 equals 16 a true statement? So we're just going to plug in a value until this is true. So we have 5 minus k plus 12. So first, 5 plus 12, we can put 17 because that's what that is. And then minus k equals 16. And this doesn't look too hard. 17 minus what is 16? 1. 17 minus 1 is 16. The answer here is A. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the answer explanation. Here's the video, and happy studying. Okay? Select all the equations where B equals 11 is the solution. So let's go rapid fire. We have 2 times 11. That is equal to 22. That's not equal to 11, so it's not A. B plus 18 is 7. Well, 11 plus 18, that's obviously not 7. 77 equals 7b, so 7 times 11 is equal to 77, so that is correct. And then 9 equals b minus 2, so we have 9 equals 11 minus 2. So this is equal to 9 equals 9, so that means that this is correct as well. And then we have, we can't, so we already have our answers here, C and D, but E is wrong because 33 divided by 11 is 3, not 11. So it is C and D. If you got that right, good job. Here's the answer explanation. More information. Here's the video. And happy studying. You guys are doing amazing. Okay, next problem. What value of W makes 14 equals 11 plus W over 8 times 6 a true statement? So what we do here, we have to plug in values again. So let's see. Let's take a look at this. So we have 14 equals 11. What we can do here is that we can move 11 to the other side. What does this mean? Well, we're basically taking this and we have to subtract 11. Because if we subtract 11 on both sides, we're doing it on both sides of the equation. So it's going to stay the same. So we can turn this problem into 3 equals W over 8 times 6. And another thing we can do is that we can divide by 6 on both sides. You see how I'm doing this? Because 6, we can cancel that out with division since division and multiplication are opposites. So that means that 3 over 6, or 1/2, must be equal to W over 8. Now we just cross multiply. If you want information about that, go check out my previous video. 2W is equal to 8. Divide by 2 on both sides. And W is going to be equal to 4. So the answer here is B. If you got that right, good job. Here's the answer explanation. Here's the video, and happy studying. Okay, select all the equations where n equals 6 is the solution. So let's do rapid fire. We have 10 minus 6, right, because of this, and that's equal to 4. So A is right, good. 3 equals 6 over 2. 6 divided by 2, that is 3, right? And then we have 12 is equal to n plus 7, so we have 6 plus 7, that's equal to 13. That's not 12, so no, this is wrong. And then we have 8 times 6, because we plugged that in for multiplication, and that is indeed equal to 48, so that means that this is the answer as well. A, B, and D are all solutions. If you got that right, good job. Here's the answer explanation. Here's the video, and happy studying. What value of f makes 3f plus 5 equals 32 is a true statement, so we have 3f plus 5 is equal to 32. We subtract 5 on each side, and that will give us 3f equals 27. Good job. You managed to correctly subtract on both sides. I can't speak today. And then we divide 3 on both sides, so then f is equal to 9. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the video. Happy studying. I just don't like how Khan Academy gives, like, you know, like, there's 7 questions. I think 4 is enough. Like, I don't think 7 is needed. But anyways, happy studying. Alright, last problem. I'll let you guys take a crack at this by yourself. And we'll go through it together. So you can go ahead and pause the video right now. Okay, so A, D, and E are the answers. Let's go through this. We have 5 plus 3, which is 8. 5 minus 1 is not equal to 6. And then 40 divided by 5 is equal to 8, not 20. And then 12 times 5 is equal to 60. And then 12 plus 5 is 17. So, if you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the video, and happy studying. Alright, let's see what we got here. Whoa. Okay, we're definitely dealing with a lot here. Honestly, if I went through this entire unit in one video, this video would probably be 5 hours long. I think we're going to divide it into 5 parts. We're going to do quiz 1, and then quiz 2, and then quiz 3, and then quiz 4, and then quiz 5. So, this first part will cover over, all this up to quiz 1. Okay, the tape diagram represents an equation. Write an equation to represent the image. So, what do we have here? We have equal parts. So, each one of these blocks is an n. So, if we add n plus n plus n plus n plus n, you see how I got that? We are adding all these, and that equals our desired number in this box. In this case, 1.5. So, if we add all these together, what is this literally? N times 5. Because remember, multiplication is repeated addition. So we have to, oh my gosh, that is embarrassing. We have to multiply. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 n's. So n times 5, or we could just put 5n. 5n. And that's equal to 1.75. And that's it. We can solve for n if we want to, but we don't have to. We just have to write an equation. So what we're going to do here is we're going to put 5n is equal to, I can't find the equal sign, equal, okay, equals 1.75. That's our answer. That's all we have to do. We have to identify the amount of n's here, and then the number, and then we just put it equal to each other. I could have also put 1.75 is equal to 5n, but it don't matter. So let's do this. Let's try to rapid fire it. Ooh, so now we have multiple choice, and we're finding the value of a. So we have a in 17. That is equal to 35. So we're adding it. We're not subtracting it. If we were subtracting it, we would get something like, it would be something more like this. No, it would be like, no, it wouldn't be that either. It would be like this. Like, a minus 17 is equal to b, or in this case, like, 35. I mean, I don't know. I mean, once we get a problem like this, we'll get a better representation. But anyways, the answer here should be b, since we're combining these, so we're adding. And now we have to find the value of a. So what we have to do is we have to subtract 17 on both sides, so we can isolate a, and that just means like make it stand alone. So this is equal to 18. So 18 is the value of a, and that's the value that will make this true. So if you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here are the videos. You can ask me for help in the comments, and happy studying. Okay, moving along here. So, okay. So we have another one of these. So we have two g's right here, right? So we take g plus g, which is 2g, because 2 times g is g plus g, because we add it twice. That's what multiplication is. And then that's equal to 20 because it's the equal value here. So that means it must be b, and it has 20 equals 2g, but it doesn't matter because equality is interchangeable. So it can be swap-swapped to different places. And now, to find the value of g, we have 20 equals 2g, we have to divide by 2. So the answer here is 10. So, 10. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the answer explanation. Here's the videos, and happy studying. Okay, last problem. I'll let you guys take a crack at this, and then we'll do it together. Let's go ahead and pause right now. Okay, the answer here should be w plus 1.3 equals 2.7. And answers can vary, but this is the way I would put it. You can put 1.3 plus w is equal to 2.7. 2.7 is equal to 1.3 plus w. 2.7 is equal to w plus 1.3. But anyways, yes, we are combining these two, so we're adding them, and that's equaling to, so we're adding these, and we're equaling to 2.7. So 2.7 should stand alone, and there should be some sort of equation, whether it be 1.3 plus w or w plus 1.3. And then whatever side, doesn't matter. But this is one example. If you got that right, good job. And yes, they do. Okay, so yes, you can also put subtraction to this, like 2.7 minus w is a 1.3, because even if you still find the answer to w, so it's 1.4 by the way, because you subtract 1.3. And yeah, you can even just get the value of w literally. So like 2.7 minus 1.3. Yeah, I did just put it right there. So yeah, there's many different ways you can put this. Like, it doesn't have to be limited to addition. I mean, it's correct, but like, it doesn't have to be limited. You can have many different answers to this. But anyways, if you got that right, good job. If you didn't, you can ask me in the comments, videos, and happy studying. Okay, moving along here. And don't be discouraged. Like, I know it's a lot. Like if we just like take a moment and like we just look at this, like it's like, I know it's a lot. It's a lot, but that's okay because we're going to tackle it all together. Because with our mighty math powers, we can do anything. And yes, I stole that from Team Musumi. No, I'm kidding. Credits to them. That's actually a banger show. If you haven't watched it, you should consider it. And I'm being biased here. Okay, anyways, let's just get back to math here. The Hainer image below represents a balanced equation. Select the equation that represents this image. Okay, so okay, it might seem a little hard, but I think it would be better if this was placed on like a teeter-totter where like, this could be like one side. Or you know what? Actually, even better, like they could even make like a basket where they can do like this, and then they can put like 45 and then 3z, and then it would be like that. I think that would do it better. I don't know why they drew it like that. Maybe people understand it. Who knows? But anyways, so yes, these here are equal. So we have z, which is 3z, right? Because we're adding it twice, 3 times. And then we have 45. So 3z is to 45. That's b. Again, interchangeable. And now we just divide by 3. So this will give us 45 divided by 3. 15. Because 45 divided by 3 is 15. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the videos. Happy studying. Okay, moving along. The Hainer image below represents a balanced equation. So now we're actually going to add the ones. What's 1 plus 1 plus 1? 3. And then that will be equal to x and x. X plus x is 2x. Yep. 2 times x is adding x twice. So that's our equation. 2x is equal to 3. What would be the value of x here? If we divide each side by 2, x is equal to, it would be equal to 3 halves, 1.5, doesn't matter. Either one will work, but yeah, that's how that works. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the videos. Happy studying. Okay, let's go. The Hainer image below represents a balanced equation. Write the equation to represent the image. So we're going to add these right here. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 7. And then we have 2 ones here, which is 2. And then we have an r. We're going to add r. So then now we subtract 2 on both sides. What is this equal to? 5. So that means that r is equal to 5. Or wait, maybe it might want me to put the thing. I'm just going to put r as 5. Yeah, it will work. But anyways, yeah, there are other ways. They didn't put my answer, but they do know that r is 5. So, anyways, if you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the videos, and happy studying. Okay. The Hainer image below represents a balanced equation. Select an equation that represents the image. So we have h is 7 and 20. Oh, wait, this is the last problem. So I'll let you guys take a crack at this, and then we'll go through it together. Okay, the answer is a and 13. So let's go through it together. H and 7, we add that to get 20. And then h will be equal to 13. 13 plus 7 is 20. So this is our answer. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, explanation, videos, and happy studying. Okay, only one more lesson until we finish the section and the video. So let's go ahead and do it. Solve equations from visual models. Let's see what we got here. The Hainer image below represents the balanced equation. Find the value of v that makes the equation true. First, let's write the literal equation. We learned it from last lesson. So that would be this. And then we divide 3 on both sides. V is equal to 9. Good job. You guys got that one fast. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the explanation, here's the videos, and happy studying. Okay. Let's rapid fire this one as well. We have 4 and k. We add that. We get 17. 17 minus 4 is equal to 13. Boom, boom, bada bang, bada boom. We got that. Good job. So if you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the videos. Happy studying. Okay, so, alright, let's rapid fire this one as well. We have 30 equals 26 plus g because these are together. And then we subtract 26 on both sides. 30 minus 26 is 4. So 4 is our answer. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the videos. And happy studying. If I'm going a little fast, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get this done as quick as possible so I can teach you guys the quickest methods. So let's give this one a try. You want to pause this video right now? Go ahead. Okay, so 3y is equal to 24, and then y is 8. Because we have this, add all those. 3 times y, we add y 3 times, and then we divide by 3. Y is 8. So it's 8. If you got that right, good job. If you didn't, here's the videos. Happy studying. Okay, that's the end of all we're learning today. So I want you guys to take the quiz, and then we'll kick back and go back to where we left off tomorrow. So, good luck on the quiz. And your quiz starts now. Good luck. The answer is A and 10. If you got that right, good job. The answer is 6t is equal to 9. Remember to pause, by the way. Remember to pause. If you got that right, good job. U is 12. If you got that right, good job. The answer is D. If you got that right, good job. And M is 9. If you got that right, good job. Okay, that is the end of this video. So good job. And we have just completed the first section of this entire unit. And there will be 4 more to go until we get the entire unit test. Whew, alright. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm Landon Pitts. I was your tutor and or mentor today. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye.